Alrighty, what's up everybody? My peeps! What up to my peeps? Peter Joseph here for another video right here on the official Peter fucking Joseph Wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Joseph. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video and subscribe right now to this very channel and my other channels, which are down there. You know where. They're there. Down there. In the description box below. So, like the video and subscribe to my channels. This one and all channels down below, like I said. And as always, follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you're real, if you're not, you need a fucking smack in the face and a life, bitch. Oh, sorry, not bitch. Fuck boy. And that's it. But if you're real, then follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap and slap that motherfucking bell. It's on all notifications so you don't miss the next video or any videos after that. And you stay in the loop, you don't miss a beat. And if you do miss it, well, you're SOL. And we all know what that means. Ha 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 ha! That's it. You're shit out of luck. So, deal with it, fuck boy. And that's pretty much it. So like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next video. And if this is your very first time watching me, you're just stumbling around YouTube on this Wednesday night, September the 20th, 2023. This is your first time watching? Well, welcome to the party, pal! I hope you enjoyed the ride. And if you like it, hit that like button. You want more? Hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment if you wish. And hit that bell to get more. And that's pretty much it. Enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax. Grab a cold beverage. Except if you're at work. If you're at work, unless you're on your lunch break or your break, then you can watch me and, you can watch me on your break and, have a beer, But, do it away from the boss, or you would get fired. But sit back, relax, have a drink, water, Ipsy, of course, and, sit back, relax, and have fun. And if you don't like it, well, you can get off. Not like that, well, most of you get off to me anyway, but, just don't splash on me. But I digress. But if you like what you see, if you're new, you want more, hit the bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn thing. Subscribe to the channel, subscribe to my other channels, show them your love and support, and like the video and enjoy. And if not, get out of here! Go fuck yourselves, you bunch of fuckboy cowards. And that's all I gotta say about that. Alright, so thanks for watching here on the Peter Joseph channel. I'm your gracious host, the Tribal God, the King of Extreme. The Extreme Icon. I got so many names I can't even tell you how many I got, but I got a lot. But anyway, my name is Peter Joseph. I'm a content creator talking about the world of professional wrestling and anything I feel like talking about. Because I have a right to do that. And if you don't like it, you don't like my opinion, well, you can go fuck yourself. Because your opinion sucks. And that's all I gotta say, yeah, about that. Let me move on. So, hope everybody had a great Wednesday, middle of the week. We're almost at the end of the week. Here, got one more week to go of September. 2 more days away to the end of the summer officially, as we start fall on Saturday. Gonna feel like it on Saturday. Trust me, it will be feeling like fall on Saturday and Sunday. But if you're in the Northeast, you're batting down the hatches. We're gonna get a subtropical storm coming up the coast Saturday, going into Sunday, which sucks. So most of your weekend plans will probably be indoors. So take an umbrella if you're going out. If you're going to the bar, you're going anywhere over the weekend. Just be safe and stay dry. And that's that. Alright, on this Wednesday night, September the 20th, 2023, we got AEW Grand Slam Dynamite! Coming your way, like I said before, from Arthur Ashe Hall Stadium in Queens, New York City. I think they're taping Rampage right now, because the matches were supposed to start at 7. It's 7:06 p.m. here in the Northeast. Sun's about to go down. So, yeah, I think they're taping a little bit of Rampage now, and then they're going to do the live show, and I don't know what's going to happen after 10 o'clock. If they're done, they're going to do another hour of Rampage. I don't know. But Rampage will be taped tonight. We'll see it on Friday. 2 hours on Friday from 10 to midnight, right after SmackDown. And that's pretty much it. So it should be a great night of action. MJF defending the AEW World Heavyweight Championship against the number 1 contender and winner of the Grand Slam tournament, Samoa Joe. That should be interesting. See what happens with Adam Cole, baby! If he might show up, maybe Roddy and the Kingdom show up. Maybe it'd be a humongous clusterfuck ending, but we'll see what happens with that. We got Jon Moxley defending the All International title against Rey Fenix of the Lucha Brothers. We also got the lovely Saraya Knight, Paige, defending the belt against Toni Storm. Watch out for the shoe! Be careful, she loses, you might, all you fans there, you might, well, except for you on the upper deck, but, all you fans at ringside, you might want to watch for the shoe! Trust me. And, well, we got that, we got a 6-man tag team match, I think it's tonight. We got Chris Statlander, and, I think we got Chris Statlander, send for the man, Hook. We got Chris Statlander, Hook, and our good friend Orange Cassidy, freshly squeezed, taking on Anna Jay, the woman with a flat ass and a mean attitude, and 2.0 of Angelo Parker and Daddy Magic, Matt Maynard. You want to know what makes Daddy Magic's nipples hard? You want to know? You really want to know? Go ask him yourself. On his podcast, on YouTube. Go ask him. He'll tell you. So we got that. Got some other matches on the show. Should be great. Jericho and Spanish God, Sammy Guevara. They're going to have a match tonight. It's going to be a banger. And we got so much more as we're rolling on. We're a week from Sunday. We got the new pay-per-view for AEW called Wrestle Dream. October the 1st from Seattle, Washington. Epic fucking card already. 3 matches already announced. And more to come. Can't wait for that. No Mercy next Saturday. Should be good for WWE NXT purposes. And we got that. So, should be a great weekend of action. And I'll be here every step of the way to give you all the news, the analysis, and all the good stuff that you all know and love on my channels. And that's pretty much it. So stay tuned later on tonight for your Dynamite Grand Slam review. Right here on this very channel. That's that. So hit the bell so when I do the video, and you will get notified when it goes up, so you can watch it, even if it's late at night, or you can watch it tomorrow. You can watch it anytime you want. That's pretty much it. Alright, let me quickly get to the topic at hand. Got a couple of topics I want to talk about, so I want to give you a little bit of extra, dude. You know, like that idiot JD was like, I got a little bit of extra for you. Yeah, extra size garbage. Right, JD? Mark. He's a fucking Mark. That's what he is. He's a fucking Mark from Westchester. Wherever he lives in New York. He's a fucking Mark. And his fans are even bigger Marks. Fuck him. Jerry. Wonder what the D stands for. Dick. Though he has a very small one. That's why he advertises Blue Chew, because he needs it, because he can't please a woman. He can't. The only pussy he gets is from his cat. At least I have a woman. Sucks to be you. Thinks he can get with Issa. Yeah. Good luck with that, JD. I mean, I couldn't, but I mean, if I wanted to, I could, but I respect Issa too much to try to, go down that route and do bad things to her, like True Blood style. Oh, Eric Northman, her ass. Holy crap. Not like that, you know what I mean. But if you watch True Blood, you know what I'm talking about with Eric Northman. Haha, the greatest fucking vampire in the history of vampires. Oh, you want a debate? Let's go. The best vampire in the history of vampires. Not Nosferatu, not Dracula himself, not Blade. No, Eric fucking Northman is the greatest vampire in the history of vampires. It's a proven fucking fact. You don't think so? Then you do your own video about it. Prove me wrong. But none of you can and never will. So we got that. But anyway. Blah, 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 blah. Alright. So I want to discuss the issues, if you will. Couple of news stories I want to get to very quickly. First thing out of the gate, NXT's rating. Woo! It just boggles my mind. I mean, how NXT has been over the past few months. They really found themselves right now. Getting away from the 2.0 brand, back to the black and gold brand. And the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, doing some great things in NXT. Lots of great stars down there, like, my daddy's favorite girl, Tiffany Stratton. Daddy! I'm a star! I know. You're a star, you're a beautiful baby girl. Here's my credit card. Anyway, we got Tiffany Stratton, Roxy, all the ladies down there, big, have done great things, down there in NXT land. The guy, probably one of the best stars in NXT right now is Carmelo Hayes, the man who shoots. And when he shoots, ladies and gentlemen, he does not miss. We got that. Guys like Carmelo Hayes, great. The Creed brothers, Tony D, my cousin, who gets you a chicken parmesan hero for $2. Got guys like that, the Creed brothers, breakout stars like Ilya Dragunov, Tyler Bate, Nathan Frazier, or I call him Ben Frazier. People like that. NXT is, really the B show. Right now, behind SmackDown, of course, Raw sucks. It's always going to be the C show. So, NXT has been doing pretty good. The ratings at the start of this year were really not great. And then, I think ever since WrestleMania, they have picked it up. Over the last 5, almost 6 months, their ratings have been going no pun intended, Cameron Grimes, to the moon. And the last few weeks, they brought a lot of main roster talent down there. AJ Styles, Johnny Gargano, Dom Dom, he's been there. He won the North American title. Rhea Ripley was on a couple of shows. I mean, Finn Balor and Poppy Priest. The whole entire Judgment Day was there. Baron Corbin's down there for obvious reasons because he sucks. Blah 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 blah. Dolph Ziggler was there for a little bit. The lesser talent mostly. They don't get much TV time, but the higher talent like Dom Dom, Rhea Ripley, Finn Balor, Priest, Rey Mysterio, Gargano. Guys and girls like that really helped the ratings for NXT. And getting the talent over, which I think is great. Now, Becky Lynch comes down last week, wins the NXT Women's title. Freaking great freaking ratings for the quarter hour. Almost 1 million views. Then the overrun, over 1 million. And they did 850,000 views. Now, I don't know if they won the week because I gotta look at AEW. Can I look at it? Let me see if I can. I think I could. Let me just... Okay, AEW rating for... What was last week's date? The 13th. Let me look at the 13th. If I can freaking type. Actually, AEW barely beat out WWE, NXT last week. 880,000 views last week for AEW. NXT got 850. I think it was 8. Let me check that. I think it was 850,000 views. Let me check that. Let's see. Yeah, I was right. 850,000 views. Big increase from the week before that, which was the September the 6th show. No, not the 6th. Oh, the 5th show, I should say. Where they did 673,000. So they went up 222,000 views thanks to Becky. Ratings Becky, or Becky ratings, whatever you want to call it. The demo was 0.26, up from 0.18. I mean, Raw's ratings stink. I mean, they've done this week and last week 1.3 because of Monday Night Football. They always do bad during football season. What are you going to do? But, yeah, so Becky brings the ratings, and 850,000 last week, and last night, it went down a little bit. 824,000 views with a 0.24 demo, which is not bad. So, I mean, we'll have to see if Grand Slam can win again this week. I think it will. I think it'll get at least over 800,000, maybe over 900,000. I think it's not going to get 1 million, obviously, but maybe you never know. But I think the Samoa Joe MJF match, I think it'll do a great quarter hour. Maybe there's just a little bit of an overrun. It might get a little bit more, but we'll see. But Dynamite should be a great show tonight. And I think the ratings will be around the same as last week, around 885, close to 900,000, because it's Grand Slam. Rampage's ratings, not so good. 335,000 last week, around that area. Collision did a little over 400,000. So even on a Saturday night, where there's a lot of shit going on. So, I mean, the ratings have been pretty good for NXT Dynamite so far. SmackDown with they've had to bring back Twain, The Rock, almost a 2.6 rating on Fox, and SmackDown is going to be moving. I don't know where pretty soon because Fox don't want to do anything. Don't want them on TV anymore. So they might go to ABC, they might go to Disney. We haven't heard any news about that yet. I don't think they're going to go with FS1 because they're affiliated with Fox, so that's out of the question. So they could go a few places. You can go to, like I said, they can go to Disney Plus, they can go to Hulu, Amazon Prime, and they can go to ABC. Another place they can probably go, maybe Sci-Fi, but I don't know if Sci-Fi wants to do that because the ratings will stink on Friday night. So yeah, I would think, Hunter and Company, Nick Khan, man, and, the TKO Endeavor Group, they want SmackDown on a major network, somewhere big, so a lot of people can watch. So I would probably go with ABC, because it's a big network. Friday nights used to be the night where you watch great shows like Family Matters back in the 80s, Perfect Strangers, Step by Step, stuff like that. And right now, Friday night's not so good on ABC. Let's just put it that way. Garbage fucking shows. Then you have 2020 at 10 o'clock, and then leads up to your local news. So I would put it on ABC on Friday night. Big network, everybody has ABC or some type of affiliate with ABC around the country. Depending on, maybe if you're in, jolly old England and Canada, you might have to download the ABC app or find out whatever affiliate you have in Canada or the UK, maybe on Sky Sports or whatever it is. People in Puerto Rico, like Easter, will have to download the ABC app. Not too hard. Is it that hard? But I digress on that. So, I would think the logical choice for SmackDown to go, I would put it on ABC, because that's a major network, goes out to tons of people. They can still get around a 2 million rating, maybe 2.5 rating. You can still get great ratings on a major network instead of going to, like, Disney Plus, going to, like, sites you have, like streaming sites that you have to pay for, like Peacock, But you go to Amazon Prime, you go to Hulu, you go to Disney Plus, which a lot of people have, except this guy. So, if they go to Disney Plus, I wouldn't care that much. It's Disney, but, I can still watch it on the, fire up the PS4, and I can watch freaking SmackDown right on my TV still. Or just watch it for free on the stream, and I'll have to pay $9.99 a month, or $14.99 a month, whatever Disney Plus is right now. But you can go to Amazon Prime, with footballs on it. And lots of stuff on it, baseball. I get it for free because I have the app. I don't have to pay one goddamn cent for Amazon Prime or Hulu. Disney Plus, yes, I do. Netflix, I gotta pay for that. Paramount Plus, don't pay for that. I got it like that, so I'm set, man. Wherever SmackDown goes, they go on a streaming site, I'm fine with it. And that's pretty much it. So we'll see what happens with that. So NXT's ratings 824,000 views last night, thanks to Becky. And we're gonna see Becky next week, so the ratings will still be around 800,000. Maybe go up next week for the Go Home show before No Mercy. We'll see what happens with that. And we got that. All right, our next story is interesting because AEW related. Speaking of AEW again, with Grand Slam coming away in a half hour. Now we talked about WrestleDream. I talked about WrestleDream a little bit before. The newest pay-per-view of the year for AEW. It's the 6th pay-per-view this year. I think it's the 6th. I think it's 6th. But in any case, blah, blah, blah. So, WrestleDream is going to be new. Going into 2024, AEW is going to go to almost like what WWE used to do. Every month you get a pay-per-view. That's going to be interesting. With the schedule, especially with Ring of Honor, pay-per-views that could be like the day before. Then you got the actual AEW pay-per-view, so I don't know how that's going to work with TV. About to see. That rhymes. But today, per Ringside News, the Bible of all sports talk, or wrestling talk, I should say, AEW is looking at doing one more pay-per-view after Full Gear, which is November the, November the 18th, I believe. Yeah, November the 18th is the so-called, would have been the final pay-per-view of the year for AEW. But today, per Ringside News, AEW is looking at doing a December pay-per-view. And when is it going to be? Well, we don't have an official date and name for the pay-per-view yet. But per Ringside News, they've been talking about, AEW's been talking about doing a pay-per-view in December. And around kind of the target date they're trying to get, maybe December the 29th. It's right before the end of the year. So you could do something like New Year's Revolution, some type of New Year's show. But, well, so December the 29th, they're thinking about that. They're kind of like targeting around that date, which is a Friday night. So, I mean, Ring of Honor shows usually go Friday night. So I highly doubt it's Final Battle. Because I think Final Battle will be a couple weeks before that. Because usually it's around the early December anyway. But we got that. So, but if AEW does a final pay-per-view, I would do it, not the 29th, because then you gotta have, people are like, oh, what's gonna happen with Rampage? Oh, well, that's taped. So, it'd be like a Impact pay-per-view if you want to be technical about it. Because, even when Ring of Honor does their shows, their pay-per-views on Friday night, back in the, they used to, back before Tony Khan bought it, they used to do Friday night, Saturday pay-per-views. So they would have their show like the night before, and then they have the actual pay-per-view, stuff like that. But yeah, like I said, if they do December 29th, might be a little bit, it's going to be a long night because it's got SmackDown. Then you got the AEW pay-per-view, probably gets swallowed up in there. I don't know, a lot of people are going to watch it. I mean, I would. So I'm like, fuck SmackDown. I got the DVR. I can fire up the DVR. Watch it after the pay-per-view. That's that. But like I said, I would really do a December pay-per-view. Depending on when Final Battle is. Which will probably be the December 9th or the 16th. Around that area. Depending on where it is. Hopefully in New York. But we'll see. But in any case, I would probably do Final Battle December the 9th. That's Saturday. Because Collision will be on live. So, got that. And it's the same thing. And the same thing for AEW pay-per-view in December. If you put it on Saturdays, then I don't know how that's going to work with Collision. It's probably going to be taped. So, whatever happens at the pay-per-view, I mean, you'll see Collision afterwards, and like, oh, that happened. Oh, well. MJF did a promo on Collision. Oh, well, yeah, and then. But yeah, I would do this pay-per-view December the 30th, right before New Year's Eve, so you can do the pay-per-view, do all the lead up to that, to the show and everything. You have Dynamite on the 27th, Rampage on the 29th. That could be a live show if you want. And then probably scrap Collision. Or just have it taped. Tape Collision. And then do the live pay-per-view. And then everybody can watch Collision later. The taped version of Collision. And then you have, that whole week right after Christmas. You got Wednesday Night Dynamite, Rampage on the 28th. If you don't do it on the 29th, then you have Rampage on the 29th, then the pay-per-view on the 30th, and then everybody can go wherever they gotta go to see their families for New Year's Eve, and then take New Year's Day off, and then January 2nd off, unless they're going to Japan, which some of them might be going to. So, not, I mean, like if the Bucks, like say, like the Bucks or Moxley, Claudio maybe Eddie Kingston, people that have been there last year, or this past year, for Wrestle Kingdom 18, then they're probably going to be leaving. They're probably do the pay-per-view, stay home for New Year's Eve. Well, actually, probably not, because they'll probably have to get on a red-eye to Japan, because it'll be New Year's Eve in Japan, so by the time they get there, it'll almost be January 1st, and then the pay-per-view's January 4th here in the States, so they have to do the pay-per-view January 3rd, which is the 4th, but you know what I mean. So, not much time for people that go into Japan for Wrestle Kingdom to stay home and celebrate the New Year with their families and friends and all that shit, because they'll be in Japan. So we got all that, and we move on with that. So we'll see what date the December pay-per-view will be, which will be the 7th pay-per-view of the year, but as we go into 2024, we're going to get a lot of pay-per-views next year. AEW is going to be full steam ahead, 12 straight pay-per-views. Gonna be great. So, I would assume after this December pay-per-view, there'll be a January pay-per-view, maybe the weekend of the Royal Rumble, or maybe the day after probably the day after the Rumble, because that's on a Saturday, the January 27th, and then the 28th, I believe, is on a Sunday. So you can do that. And then February is usually Revolution. You can do a March pay-per-view, depending on when Double or Nothing is. They could do something like that. Then lead into May, or if Double or Nothing is in April or May, they could do that. And then you got Forbidden Door, leading up all the way to All In 3. And then All Out the week after that, so you don't have to really do a September pay-per-view, because I already have 2 pay-per-views in September anyway. October, they can do a pay-per-view. November, Full Gear, and then the December pay-per-view. So you just have to, formulate, the off time when they don't really have a pay-per-view, and do that. So really, I would think in the summertime, usually they do Fyter Fest Night 1, Night 2, during that whole week. They could make that into a pay-per-view for 1 month, like in June, they could do Fyter Fest. July, they do Fight for the Fallen, like they used to do before. Then I would think in March, they do some type of pay-per-view. April, they can do a pay-per-view. I want to do it, WrestleMania weekend, because you got Supercard of Honor and all that shit for Ring of Honor. I would do it maybe the week after that, or in mid-April, so you don't conflict with WrestleMania. So, a lot of things that Tony Khan and company are going to do going into the end of the year and really going into next year, how they're going to formulate and schedule all these pay-per-views, especially with the Ring of Honor pay-per-views. It's going to be stacked next year. Lots of stuff, I'll tell you that much. But we'll see what happens with that. Alright, I wanted to start off with this story, but I'm going to end with this story. And then we're going to be done, and we're going to wait for Grand Slam to start. But the final story I got to tell you guys is, well, we have another Vincent Kennedy McMahon story. Well, Vince, once again, is in legal trouble, and it is not looking good for Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Per Ringside News, Vince is trying to get power back, and now, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, a week or so ago, TKO and the WWE and the UFC merged together to form this TKO group, which is under the Endeavor brand, and Vince McMahon, his last duties, being on Raw, being on SmackDown, he has no control anymore. And now it's under the control of the TKO group, Endeavor, Nick Khan, man, all that stuff. But anyway, really been a really rough year for 78-year-old Vince McMahon, who's he was at a meeting I think it was a meeting yesterday or today, And he was seen walking with a cane. That's not good. Well, he can't, I would assume the cane is because of the back surgery he had maybe a couple weeks to a month ago. We got that. So anyway, but he, his thing with the hush money, all the other allegations, he was gone from WWE, then came back. Stephanie McMahon was the CEO. All that stuff we talked about earlier this year and during the summer. But we talked about the undisclosed payments, the hush money from last year, stuff like that. But today, well, it gets a little bit worse. Now, per Ringside News, Vince McMahon is alleged to have paid a minimum of $14.6 million to multiple women. This is for the hush money situation, including former WWE employees, to maintain their silence regarding claims of sexual misconduct and infidelity dating back to 2006. An additional $5 million was reportedly paid to the Donald Trump Foundation. Donald Trump is huge. For Trump's TV appearances in 2007 and then 2009, doing for around the WrestleMania time area. Blah blah blah. So Jacob Frankel, chair of Dickinson Rice Government Investigations and Securities Enforcement Practice Group. That's a long fucking name for a company. And a former senior counsel in the SEC's Division of Enforcement suggested to the LA Times that Vince may face criminal or civil liabilities that could potentially lead to his departure from his role that he has right now in WWE. That's not good. Alright, I'm going to try to read, this art. Okay, here we go. And I quote from Ringside News, depending on the potential findings following the inquiry into Vince McMahon, Vince could face criminal and or civil liabilities that could prevent him from serving as an officer or director of a public company. So he can't. So what that really means is, if he does get found guilty, which he probably will, he can no longer work. Really, he can still own his own company, or not even own it right now. He can't work for the company as an officer on the board of directors or anything like that, because it's a federal public company. We talked about the search warrant, and Vince was subpoenaed on July 17th. No charges have been filed yet. With the recent releases of various people in the WWE, minor people, significant impact in morale at WWE headquarters. So we're gonna have to see what happens with Vince stepping down again from WWE. But right now we're kind of in a holding pattern. We're awaiting the results of this ongoing investigation. So this is not looking good for you, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, you 77, 78-year-old senile bastard. So, if I were you, Vince, I would seriously consider stepping down again. Let Nick Khan and your son-in-law, Hunter, and Stephanie, hi Steph, run the company. I think it's time to hang it up. Time to go back into the old folks' home and just, watch your company, with the TKO group and Endeavor. Let them worry about how the company's going to be in the future when you eventually do pass away. Not right now, hopefully, but in the future, when Vince McMahon passes, because that'll be a dark day in wrestling. When Vince goes, wrestling will probably not be the same, but we'll have to see. But I think the WWE will be in good hands with Endeavor and the TKO group, and having Nick Khan, Hunter, Stephanie, and others running the company. Vince's little baby is not gonna die, not gonna turn into WCW, anything like that, or even ECW. So it's not gonna be something like that. I think everything's gonna be fine, but like I said, I think Vince McMahon should step down for all these allegations, and just retire. Collect your Social Security, whatever you got a lot of money anyway, so you don't even need Social Security, or even a pension or a retirement fund, whatever it is. Vince got a lot of money, so he can die a happy man. But like I said, I think Vince is gonna get found guilty of all this stuff. But I mean, he has amazing lawyers, so who knows what's gonna happen here. But let me know your thoughts about all this. What do you think is gonna happen with Vince? Is he gonna step down? Is he gonna be? I mean, he's gonna be found guilty, and he has to step down. Can't work for his company as a director or an officer or anything like that. Can't be a CEO. Can't be on the board of directors, obviously. So we'll have to see what happens with Vince. So let me know your thoughts about that. Also, your thoughts about the NXT AEW ratings for last week and NXT's ratings for this week. AEW's new pay-per-view, possibly at the end of December. So, everything I talked about, leave your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments section. And that's pretty much it. Alright, we are 19 minutes away from Grand Slam. So, I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to go watch it. I'm going to have my sensible dinner. And then I will be back later tonight, probably about 11, maybe midnight, maybe later than that. I don't know, depending how I feel. And we'll talk about Grand Slam, get you ready for SmackDown on Friday night, and then Grand Slam Rampage on Friday night, 2-hour show. I'll try to get all the matches for Rampage. I might have to go on my Twitter machine and look at it, because I'll be live tweeting tonight, as I always do with all the shows and pay-per-views and all that good stuff. So check me out on Twitter. Twitter link would be down below. So we're going to be going there in a little bit. And should be a great show, so enjoy it. Have fun if you're there. Have fun. Don't drink too much. And good luck getting home. Trust me, good luck getting home at a respectful hour. Would it be 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, depending where you live and the traffic. Just good luck getting out of there via car or via the 7 train. Going back to New York City. Or going towards the Long Island Railroad. And good luck getting home on that too. So, you're gonna be there a while. People are there now. I mean, the show's about to start. You know, I think they're taping Rampage right now. At least maybe the first hour. Then I think the second hour will be taped after Dynamite goes off the air. But we'll have to see what happens with that. I don't know how it played out, but we'll see. So like I said, it should be a great show. Have fun if you're there. Have fun. Get home safe. And that's pretty much it. So I'm Peter Joseph signing off. Peace out. Rock on and rock hard with your Kokooch. And if you're not down with that, well, you're a bunch of fuckboys and pussies and bitches. And you will acknowledge me and acknowledge the Purge, the greatest force in the history of this sport. And if you're still not down with that, ladies and gentlemen, I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man! That's it. Until next time, peace.